All right, so now I'm in the snack section. Snacks can be a great way to fuel your day or derail your day. So it's important to kind of make good choices with snacks and to find something that also tastes good. So let's start with popcorn. Popcorn can be a really great snack. Because it comes in a kernel, it counts as a whole grain, and 3 cups of popcorn is equal to 1 serving. So you're getting a lot of volume for not too many calories. But the one thing to watch out for is the amount of fat in it and what's put into it. So for example, this butter option has a good amount of fat from the butter. But then if you look at this Smart Pop option, it's going to have a lot less fat, which is a better option. You can do one of these, or you can go and get some kernels and pop them yourself. This is the best option. It takes a little bit more time, but it's definitely the best option because you can control what you can put into it. You can spray with cooking spray and add a little bit of salt, and you've got a really great snack that has less calories in it than those other options. So in addition to popcorn, we've got some other snacks. I wanted to bring up pretzels because it's a better option than chips, but there are better options than this because these are not whole grains typically. And then next we've got some granola and snack bars. So Nutri-Grain bars, for example, are a good option because they have a good amount of whole grains. And then Kind bars and similar bars to this are a good option as well because they've got whole grains, nuts, things like that to help fill you up. And I would just watch out and read the label on these to see where the fat is coming from. If it's just nuts and there's not any other or not much of an other source of fat, then that's going to be great. If there is, I would reconsider that and choose something that has the fat coming from nuts as opposed to something else. And then crackers are a very popular snack. So I have these 2 wheat thin boxes, and I wanted to talk about these because it was a little bit different than most other options, the difference between the reduced fat and the regular. So generally, the reduced fat is not a good option because while taking out the fat, companies will have to add more sugar or something else to keep it more similar to the original. But this is actually an interesting option here because the only difference here is the fat. There's a little bit of a difference in calories in a good way between the reduced fat, but the sugar is the same as is the fiber if you look at the back. So if you want something that's lower in fat and still healthy, this is still a good option. Again, it's always important to read the label as well as the ingredient list to kind of see where everything's coming from. But I will say the best cracker option is actually the Triscuit. It's the Triscuit because compared to those wheat thins, we've got 0 grams of sugar as compared to 4. There's a little bit less calories, but we've also got a good amount of fiber. This is by far has the most fiber, which is 3 grams compared to other crackers. So this is a great option. And then finally, I wanted to talk about combining different snacks. So I always recommend doing 2 different food groups for snacks just so you're getting a good variety of nutrients as well as fiber, protein, carbohydrates, all of that. So string cheese is a great option because mozzarella cheese is naturally lower in fat than other cheeses, and it's very portable and easy to eat, and pairing that with a banana or some sort of fruit is fantastic. You can also pair your fruit or your string cheese with nuts or nut butter. Nuts are a great option, and I would just watch out for the amount of salt or sodium that's in them. So go for something that is low or no added salt when choosing nuts. And then when it comes to nut butters, going the more natural end is typically better because they don't add fat